Good morning, welcome to Leapcast, and we are here in Longmont, Colorado with Dwen, who is a stained glass and medieval banner artist. Thank you for having us.
Oh yeah, no problem. I really enjoy guests coming and checking out the mad chaos of my workshop.
It's a beautiful garden.
Thank you.
How does your garden reflect in your art?
Oh, well, the thing is everything has a season. So I really try to plant so something is always in bloom. But so you see some of those, maybe Thomas Kincaid art pieces where everything is in bloom. That's not the way gardening works. There's like some flowers that are amazing in springtime and they fade out, in mid-June, mid-July. And then you have something else that's amazing and it grows. So, in art, you kind of try to go, okay, well, what season is it right now? What is showing up right now in my artistic world that is blooming, that is needing to come out from right here into my hands, into what I did. And so like the sunflower mosaic, I took some pictures of my own sunflowers over there and they inspired me to make that sunflower mosaic. And sunflowers, yeah, they're frequently yellow, but sometimes they're this gorgeous chocolate brown and oranges and just And so I try to do things in my art that are seasonal. So sometimes it's really windy, time to make a banner. Sometimes I just need sunlight through a window. What can I reflect in my art that the sunshine flows through it? So yeah, I don't want to sound hippy-dippy, but really nature really reflects in my art. Like what natural phenomenon is going right now that my art will interact with it. So sunshine, fire, wind. I mean, we're on the Front Range of Colorado. What do we always have? I mean, we're very lucky today. We don't have any wind, but we frequently have wind. And so in my art, I'm really known for making various flags to flap in the wind because we always have it. So yeah, that's about it.
Your very first piece that you ever did, tell me about that one.
For glass? Oh gosh. So my friend Mav, he knew that I wanted to do stained glass, and I'd been looking and I wanted to do leaded stained glass, which is very different. It's like we can find it in Roman art pieces, windows, stained glass windows, and lead channeled windows. And so I was looking for somebody that could teach that. And my friend Mav said, hey, I found somebody up in Casper that actually would be willing to teach a workshop for a day. And they have all the equipment. I'm like, yes! So I drove up to Casper, Wyoming, which is about 4 hours away in 2021. And she had, some beveled pieces that were, I didn't learn to cut glass that day. I learned how to mold lead channel around beveled glass and then solder it. And it wasn't that difficult, and it was absolutely enjoyable. And I'm like, oh, this is feeding me. This is feeding, because I was already doing banners, but I wanted something else, more challenging, something. I just love stained glass, I always have. And I got addicted that weekend. I actually put glass around it, and I taught myself how to cut glass and shape it into the shapes that I wanted it. And then I taught myself how to cement it. So in modern stained glass, you don't have to cement it, but in leaded glass, you actually have to put a cement in. And I got the wrong cement. It's kind of gooey. It's sticky. You don't like sticky. You would not like it. And I look at it now, and I'm like going, love that. Oh yeah. Okay. And
I look at it now.
You're gonna. I look at it now. I look at it now, and I see all these gaps, and I see all these imperfections, and then I realize, wait a minute, that's my first piece, and we have it hanging in our house because Oscar loves it, and he framed it for me. Like, he's really good at woodworking. I am not. I cannot do a 45 angle cut to save my life, even though I have it precise and I'm doing it. It's always just a little bit off, and I think my art is always just a little bit off. It's never going to be
I think
perfect.
all art is, I think all handmade is just a little bit off, and that is what makes it handmade.
Yes.
How important is it to you to support your fellow artists?
Oh, exceptionally important. I mean, I try, as the funds happen, I try to go, oh, wow, this person, this person's making great art. I need to support them with, speaking out their name. I need to support them by sharing their posts. I need to support them by, hey, if I can, buy some of their art. I love to support my fellow artists because they support me. Mm-hmm. And the thing is so many things are mass produced in other countries. I mean, and they're absolutely perfect. Various t-shirts, various, fiddly bits, etc. They're mass produced in sweatshops. Mm-hmm. Are those people making a living? And the Sheens that are making the things, they're just absolutely perfect. And art is not perfect.
So when you go into a gift shop
Mm-hmm.
and you find a stained glass piece for $20, and it's probably not ethically sourced overseas, but your piece costs $300, how do you find that people who look at your art reconcile the difference in the pricing?
It just really depends on the person that is looking to purchase things. I mean, I think a lot of people will go, oh, well, it's inexpensive and I want that in my house. Okay, you know what? That you can absolutely have that inexpensive piece in your house, but deep down. And I think sometimes people need to think a little bit more. Where is my art coming from? Where are my clothes coming from? Where are things coming from? And am I putting my money towards that certain situation where maybe we're increasing human, I don't want to say trafficking, but sweatshops, human misery, things like that? Is the person that, one, they're making it, say, in China, probably not making a lot of money, working 20, however many hours a day for not a lot of money. Are they happy? Are we putting our money towards human misery?
On the flip side of that
is
that if nobody buys the things they're manufacturing, what happens to them?
And exactly. That's also a thing. And I'm like, I don't have the answer. I really don't. It's just kind of always a philosophical question of, okay, where is my money going towards? And how do I reconcile that? And sometimes necessity is what it is. But, art is a luxury. And we are all so lucky to live in this day and age to have just a touch of discretionary money that, we can get art. And I would like to think that my art is not the kind that you're going to find at home or Hobby Lobby or Walmart. No, it's actually kind of unique and funky, and it's made in my basement out of ridiculous things. And different thing, you don't know what is going to sell. I mean, again, what Anya said about a unique piece of art will find its home.
Yeah.
And I have found this to be true. I mean, just making random, stained glass pieces in my spare time between, the banner commissions, which always keep me hopping busy. I have hope that people will go, I need it. Oh my gosh, that's something that Dwen popped out of her mind. Sometimes I purchase, patterns. Mm-hmm. I purchase commercial patterns and download them and, blow them up because I don't have the software to make my own patterns. Mm-hmm. So, and with the Drifa girl stained glass thing that we are currently working on, I actually grabbed that little image and then I started going, okay,
with
what
full
else?
Permission.
With full permissions, because I'm really uptight about things. With full permissions, I grabbed it and then I started making lines around it and going, okay, how can we reflect that piece?
So you actually created all of the pieces around it.
Yes.
Like you didn't just randomly put lines in. You
no,
thought about that.
I thought about it and going, okay, how can we make this, how can we have movement? And I actually got some wispy glass, some white, cloudy glass that has movement in it. And because there's a lot of movement in Drifa's leaf, and I'm like, how can I make there be movement? And so all of the lines are actually kind of vertical. Like they're slightly a little bit off, but they're all vertical. And then there's basically going to be lines that are coming out almost in waves, because I see that she's on a wave. So she's kind of in the middle of a wave instead of dancing on a wave. And then I put, various blue colors of blue textured glass all around it. And I think it will really appropriately match what Drifa's leaf is showing. I'm looking forward to finishing it. And, Mr. O is going to frame it for me because he's a hero.
Why did you decide to sell on Drifa's leaf?
Looking at I am not a web guru, so I didn't want to make my own website. I just don't have time or the, oh, I want to do this. I'm like, no, I just do not have time for that. And I have no interest. And if I don't have interest in it, I'm not going to do it. So that's one thing. It made it easy. But also I looked at some of the other websites out there and I'm like, oh, they're letting, going back to our ethical questions of where's your stuff coming from? Where's your art coming from? And I've seen various companies, some of the big box companies, and I'm not going to mention them, they're like, okay, well, there's some lovely artists, and then let's have some imitators come in and then start undercutting them. And then, of course, you're like, okay, well, to compete, I need to lower my prices, and then it's just an unending, okay, reduce it, and pay exorbitant amounts to be marketed, and then, show up in people's searches. You know what? That's... How ethical is that?
Yeah.
Where is your stuff coming from?
And I think that the big name ones we're talking about, I think they got so big that they lost their original vision.
Exactly. And the thing is so I have been employed by various companies, and venture capital, basically when a company is owned, venture capitalists want their money back. And so you have these really cool rates and stuff like that when they first come out, but then the venture capitalists are going, well, you know what, our company bought your company, and let's sell your company off and so make some profit.
Yeah.
Hi, late stage capitalism.
Yeah.
And basically I have been laid off so many times from that situation. I'm like, I'm tired of giving my all to various companies and working so hard day in and day out, making sure they're on time and to their meetings, and their flights are perfect, and their hotel and limousine are perfect. And then the first sense of, oh, well, we need to cut costs. Hey, let's get rid of the executive admin. So I'm like, you know what? If I put all that energy into creating things in my basement, in my workshops and stuff like that, what could happen? And so I took a leap in August, and I created my own company, and I opened up a shop on Live's Leap, and it was actually one of the most scariest things I've ever done. And I'm hoping that my art gets out into a bigger audience. And yeah, you guys are taking a leap, and I took a leap, and it's absolutely terrifying and it's exciting at the same time. And what's really amazing is Mr. O, Oscar, is one of my biggest heroes. And he's like, you know what? You got this. You have a business degree. You have all this artistic talent. Get it out there.
What is the most memorable compliment that you've been given about your art?
So I was at an event, just hanging around, and there was all these flags up. And not all of them were mine, but some of them, quite a few of them were. And one of my banner heroes that has been doing it a lot longer than me, actually, she's walking along, and she actually looks at one of my linen banners. She's very well known for silk banners in another area. And she's looking at it going, wow, those are really cool. And she looks at me and says, did you do those? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh my gosh, I thought they were silk, but they're linen. And oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm like, one of my heroes thought my stuff was amazing. Oh, wow. everybody goes to college in the 80s, and so I went to college to do what? I don't know. I mean, I wanted to be a nurse, but didn't really have the funds to, finish that. So I dropped out of college and became a secretary or admin assistant. And, for the past 25 years, I've been growing, off ad secretary, receptionist, front office, office managers, executive assistant, etc. And I'm like, but there's always that artistic side. But I never really called myself an artist because, again, back in the 80s, if you're an artist, you're a drain on society. You're not a good, productive society member. You're going to be a burger flipper. And I resisted so hard, even the label of artist, even though I was doing it. I was creating things from in here. That's art. You are an artist. And I had a hard time reconciling that, a very hard time. And I finally just kind of gave into it and just like, yeah, I'm an artist, but also your worth is not calculated by how much you make or your salary title. My worth is much more than what my salary says it is.
Do you believe that art has to have meaning, or is being pretty enough?
I think art should always have meaning. I mean, it comes from in here and from here. So with that, it always has meaning. I mean, yeah, it looks pretty and everything like that, but I think mine, again, it comes from the heart, through the brain, through the hands. So it'll always have meaning, like my beloved flowers, my beloved sunshine, my beloved wind, all that stuff, it has meaning.
Hey, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for hosting me and for showing me this amazing stained glass art that I get to keep.
Yes.
Awesome.
Hey, thanks for coming by. You're always welcome. Come on by again, and hey, we can create something else.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye, Dwen.
Bye.